Good morning. Today is our resort transfer day. We are checking out of Old Key West. We've been here for the past 2 nights. We are moving over to the Wilderness Lodge and we are checking in for the next 3 nights. I'm sitting down to have some peanut butter banana oatmeal. Ellie is on the bed eating her breakfast, watching Disney Junior, and it is 8 o'clock on the dot. I need to finish eating and then I'm gonna do my makeup and finish getting myself ready. I need to get Ellie fully ready and then I can finish packing everything up. I need to pack up everything in our refrigerator, all of our groceries. But if you are curious how to manage that resort transfer day, especially if you have little kids, this is the video for you. So I'm gonna take you along our whole morning, show you how I get packed up, how I get checked out of this room, and how we get over to the Wilderness Lodge and kind of the easiest way that we do that, and then getting settled into our next resort. So I'm really glad that you're here. Let's get started. My biggest tip when you are repacking up your suitcase is to leave everything folded in packing cubes. So this packing cube never even left my suitcase and everything stayed neat and folded in here. Anytime I was done with something, I would fold it back up, put it right on top. And now the only other thing that I have to put in this packing cube are my daughter's jammies that she wore last night. Now, I can fold this up and zip up my suitcase and we're ready to go. So it stays super easy. I did the same thing with my packing cube right here. I just put in my pajamas from last night and we're ready to go. Also, this is a stroller tray. So when I go to Epcot, I can fit this into my cup holder on my stroller. And I've got a little food tray if anyone was wondering what that is. But that is staying in my suitcase for right now. Everything else has stayed packed in the suitcase and it just makes this transfer day so easy because I'm not having to repack up anything in my suitcase. It's all already packed. And the most important thing not to forget is your phone charger. And now to pack up all of the groceries and unpack the refrigerator, which doesn't have a ton, but you know, this is a little bit of a project, so here we go. My biggest tip is to pack a reusable grocery bag. So this is where I'm gonna put all of these groceries and then we are gonna move over to Wilderness Lodge and I can actually have Bell Services at Wilderness Lodge store this bag for me in their refrigerators so everything stays cold. So all of the cheese and blueberries and deli meat, and I have these little salami and cheese packs for my daughter. All of this can go directly back into the refrigerator as soon as we get to Wilderness Lodge. And before I get this all the way packed up, I am gonna pack my daughter's lunch. So that'll actually help in taking a few items out of this and making it not quite as heavy. So what I've done is, because I did not bring any little ice packs with me, I froze a bottle of water, which it's actually not that frozen. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely cold, way colder than the regular refrigerator, but I'm gonna go ahead and use that as kind of an ice pack for this cooler. I'm gonna grab one of these little salami and cheese packs. We'll do a little clementine, another little Baby Bell cheese, and we'll grab one of these little yogurts. I love these yogurts. This Go-Go Squeeze yogurt, blueberry flavored. I know it's not the most like healthy yogurt out there, but it is nice because these don't need to be refrigerated. So if you are a mama and you are staying in a room that doesn't have a fridge and your little one is used to having yogurt every morning and you don't have access to a fridge, these are kind of the next best thing. Again, they're not like the healthiest yogurt, but you know, it is what it is. So that is what I'm gonna do for her lunch. I think everything else is good to go. Actually, ooh, I can grab some blueberries. So I have this little Tupperware container and I can put some blueberries in this little container for her and put that in our lunch as well. And that makes a really great snack. So even if she doesn't eat all of this for lunch, I can put, you know, a handful of blueberries in there. That is everything. And then I just have a case of water, which that's gonna be kind of annoying to carry down, but again, we're taking our case of water. Now let's talk about actually getting to your next resort from your current resort. You have a couple of different options. The first option, and probably the most common, is that you would head to the parks, but first drop your luggage with Bell Services, and they will actually transfer your luggage to your next resort for you free of charge, which is awesome that they do this. So all you do is go to Bell Services and say, hey, we're moving over to Wilderness Lodge today. And they'll put a special tag on all of your luggage and they will transfer that over for you. The only caveat with going this route is that you will not see your luggage again until the evening, typically between 4 and 6 p.m. So that can be a little bit of an inconvenience, especially if you have little ones that are napping. A lot of times those nap supplies are packed in your suitcase, a special blanket, a slumber pod, a lovey, a sound machine, their nap clothes, you know. Of course you could pack some of those things in a backpack, but that's also a lot to lug around. So definitely be aware that if you do go that route, you will not see your luggage until that evening. Take whatever you need in a backpack to the parks with you. Now, because I have a 4-year-old who does nap at Disney, she doesn't really nap at home, but at Disney, she naps at least an hour, hour and a half these days. And we do quiet time back in the room, and I just like having my luggage with me. I don't know, I don't wanna wait until dinner time to get my luggage in case we do get an early check-in at, 11 o'clock or noon. It's nice to be able to settle into the room and not wait until after dinner time. So here's what I do. I will take a minivan from the first resort to our second resort. That way I can transfer all of my own luggage. And once we get to Wilderness Lodge, I'm gonna store my luggage with Bell Services, assuming my room isn't ready yet, and my groceries will stay cold. So that is a big deal as well, because Disney will actually not transfer groceries, anything perishable. They will only transfer luggage for you. So if you have a bag of groceries, especially refrigerated items like I do, Disney's not gonna move that over to the Wilderness Lodge for me. So my best option is to transfer it myself. So we do splurge, and you're typically paying about $40 for that minivan ride, but you also go directly to the resort. We're gonna drop off our luggage with Bell Services. All of my groceries will go directly into a refrigerator. And then as soon as our room is ready, fingers crossed that we get an early check-in today, and I will definitely keep you posted, that I can have all of my things sent up to the room as early as we get into the room. So that is the pro of doing it yourself. Again, it's a little bit of a splurge. You're gonna spend an extra $40 in that transportation cost. But I don't know, you kind of have to weigh the pros and cons of the first option, not having access to your luggage until that evening, or doing it yourself and you have immediate access to all of your things. What is that worth for you? Especially if you have babies, toddlers who are dependent on that midday nap. So that is what I plan on doing. So I am going to actually schedule that minivan right now, because it can sometimes take a little bit of time. I've had to wait up to 30, 40 minutes one time for a minivan. So I'm gonna go ahead and schedule my minivan right now, and then I can go ahead and do one last you know, check around the room, make sure we got everything, bring our luggage down, and hopefully by the time I do all of that, our minivan will be at our building. So what I'm gonna do, I am gonna say we are headed to Wilderness Lodge. And yes, I want to be dropped off at the main lobby. And it's already queuing our current location between building 17 and 19. We're building 18. So I'm gonna say confirm pickup. So they are gonna come directly to our building, which is amazing. I don't have to lug all of our things down to the hospitality house. They can come to your building wherever you're located. Same thing, we did this at Caribbean Beach. They came directly to the Trinidad section that we were in. You can do this at any resort. Whatever section you are in, minivan will come to your building, which is awesome. So $925, it's saying $37. Okay, pretty standard. And confirm pickup. And they are gonna search and find us a driver. So it's saying, you know, sometimes it can take a couple of minutes for them to confirm a driver for you. Okay, awesome. So that took 5 seconds and Stephanie is gonna come pick us up and she is arriving in 2 minutes. So I need to head down. Here's everything I need to bring down. All right, let me do one last little check. Make sure we got everything. Any like bath toys. I think we got it all. Swimsuits, that's so easy to forget. And I don't know why anything would be in here, but you never know with a 4-year-old. I'm like, oh, did she store anything in there? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and bring all this down. Ellie is like ready to go. I am very out of breath. Typically, Bell Services will come and take your luggage down for you. But if you're in a hurry like me, you can just carry it down yourself. All right, last trip up to get our groceries in case of water. Our minivan driver is being so sweet to wait for us. They are already ready to clean our room, but last trip, whew, this is where being on the third floor kind of stinks.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself.
We're officially checked in at Wilderness Lodge and we went ahead and stored our luggage with Bell Services, which again, so easy. All we did when we got here, I'm trying to find my little tag now. When we arrived, Bell Services got all of our luggage unloaded from our minivan and then they will hand you this little ticket, and as soon as your room is ready, then you call down, provide the number that's on the ticket, and they bring your luggage directly up to your room. And I did request for our grocery bag to be refrigerated, and they just gave that a special tag, and that's gonna go directly into a refrigerator, which is awesome. So it is about 9:45, so about an hour and a half to get from the time we got out of bed, got dressed, got ready for the day, packed up all our stuff, got on a minivan, got all checked in here, got our luggage stored, and I probably could have done it a little bit quicker if I hadn't been filming, obviously, but I mean, an hour and 45 minutes to get everything moved over to the next resort, and all of our luggage is here waiting for when our room is ready. Not bad, but our room is not ready right now. Hopefully we can still get an early check-in. The person checking us in said count on 3 p.m., which I know they have to say that because they can never guarantee an early check-in. So we'll see what that ends up being. But I think we're just gonna head over to Magic Kingdom right now, hop on the boat, and I have a park reservation for Magic Kingdom. And I think we're gonna spend the morning over there. I packed Ellie a lunch. And then if I don't have a room text by, I would say 1 o'clock, I'm gonna head over and just be here at the resort and maybe go to the front desk and ask again and see what they say. Usually if you go in person to check in and go to the front desk, don't just wait to get a text, you have a much better chance of getting an early check-in.
so that's my game plan. We're gonna pop into Magic Kingdom for a bit, have a little bit of park time, and thankfully, I don't think we need Genie Plus today. Most rides are a walk-on right now at 10 a.m. I think the spring break crowds are heading home today is what I'm guessing. So perfect morning to go over to Magic Kingdom. This worked out great. I'm really glad I didn't buy Genie Plus. I was considering it this morning with how busy the parks have been. And I was like, I don't know, like popular rides like Jungle Cruise, Peter Pan, they weren't selling out. There were still lightning lanes available for 8 a.m. at 7:45. So I was like, I just have a feeling I'm not gonna need this, and I don't think we do. So we're gonna go hang at Magic Kingdom for the morning, and then we'll be back at Wilderness later today. It is 11:15 and I was able to join the walk-up list for Skipper Canteen. I actually just walked right up, quite literally, and asked, do you guys have any availability for 2 people for a walk-up? And they sat us right away. It has been years since I've eaten here. I still have Ellie's lunch packed, so she's gonna eat that, but I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to checking out this menu. It's 12:45, we got our text that our room is ready, so we're gonna hop on the boat back to Wilderness Lodge and head straight to the room, and then I'll share the whole process of getting all of our luggage and groceries sent over to our room. Super easy. This has been perfect, being able to spend the morning here. We watched the parade, had lunch, rode Little Mermaid. This was perfect. We made it to our room. We're on the 4th floor, room 4043. I'm not gonna do a room tour for this video. I've actually done a room tour for this exact room already, so I'll have that linked down below if you wanna check it out. But this is kind of a quick little overview. No kitchenette because this is just a standard deluxe resort room. So we've got the beverage cooler, our little Keurig machine, coffee, ice bucket, and 2 queen beds, little table and chairs, and this is our water view room. You kind of have to peek around the corner for the water view, but it's still really, really pretty. So there's our water view, but really peaceful. I really like this. This is great. The first thing to do is pull out my little magic ticket and get our groceries and luggage delivered up to the room. So we are gonna call Bell Services. Hi, we are in room 4043. Can we get our luggage delivered to our room? Hart, correct. There are 5 pieces. 9919. Okay, thank you so much. All right, bye-bye. All right, so now we are just gonna wait for our luggage to get delivered. It usually only takes about 5 or 10 minutes. They're quick. So that is gonna come very soon, and then I can get her situated for quiet time. You gonna have quiet time?
No, I'm not sleepy.
So if she doesn't nap, then we call it quiet time, which I've gotten some questions like, ooh, that sounds wonderful. What is quiet time? Basically, because she's at the age now where like some days she naps, some days she doesn't, what we typically do is turn all the lights out, we turn our sound machine on,
and she can color in a coloring book or do some kind of activity where there's no TV, no screen, no tablet, you know, anything like that. So it's truly just a quiet time. And she knows you cannot get out of the bed. You can stay in bed and do the activity. You can fall asleep, you can lay there, you can whatever, but you can't get out of the bed. So that is what quiet time is. And then it gives me some time to kind of unpack the room a little bit or just scroll on my phone, to be honest. That's kind of the most refreshing thing after a full morning at Disney. To just lay there is really, really nice. So that is what we are about to do. And yeah, I hope this was helpful, seeing the whole checkout and check-in process on a resort transfer day. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Make sure that you are subscribed if you want to see more of my Disney vlogs and more content from this trip. I would love for you to stick around and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.
Bye.